Hello everybody, my name is Carolyn and today we are going to be picking my August TBR based off the letters of my name. Now I got this idea recently because I saw Sara Carolli post a video where she used her names to pick the books I think she read in a week. But I have a 7-letter long name and I definitely do not have the time to fit 7 books into one video, so I thought that I could just make it my August TBR. So the first letter of my name, of course, is C. Now I'm going to try to pick most of these books off my physical TBR if possible, but I don't have every letter, so some of them are going to be Kindle Unlimited books, and if I also don't find anything on Kindle Unlimited, then I'm going to look on Libby. I do have a couple books that I own that start with C. None of them are unread books. I've read all of them, but lucky for me, one of them is one that I do want to reread. I have mentioned this recently, and that is Circe. Now, this is one of my all-time favorite books. I read it last year and immediately fell in love with it. I recently reread The Odyssey, which of course this is a retelling of, but from Circe's point of view. I really want to jump into this while I still have that fresh on my mind so I can do a bit of a comparison. Now, Circe is not a huge character in The Odyssey, and obviously she's the main character of this, so there's not a whole lot to compare, but still, I thought that it would be fun to kind of read them as close to back as I can. Our first pick for my August TBR is Circe by, of course, Madeline Miller. Now, second letter is A. I did have a couple options for this one. The one I did not pick is A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston, because I do have a couple other romances, and I really don't ever read more than one contemporary romance in a month, and I've got 2 on this list already, so instead I chose After Dark by Haruki Murakami. Now, I actually just picked this up over the weekend from Half Price Books. So this book follows our main character as well as just a group of Tokyo residents, all from kind of different walks of life, who happen to encounter each other on one night in Tokyo. It's supposed to have a bit of magical realism to it, which, if you don't know, I'm a huge magical realism fan. I really think that I'll enjoy this one, and I think that this is such a cool cover, so sorry for the glare. That is our second pick from August TBR. And of course, the next letter of my name is R. For that one, I picked Ruthless, Vows by Rebecca Ross. This is the sequel to Divine Rivals, which I read last November, so not quite fresh in my brain, but I think I still remember enough to jump into this now. Really shouldn't wait any longer, so definitely wanted to put this one on there. Divine Rivals ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. Really intrigued to find out how things resolve themselves. Been putting this one off. I think it's the only book on my physical TBR that starts with R, so I think this is my sign that I need to finally get to this one. And the next letter is O, and I was really excited. Immediately a book came to mind, and that is 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Now, this is a sort of classic work of magical realism. Once again, huge magical realism fan. It is a multi-generational family saga. That's really all I know about it going into it. I've just heard the highest praise for both this book and Marquez in general. So excited to get into this. Definitely a 5-star prediction. And I actually already have tabs ready to go. And that's how you know that I think I'm going to love this book, because I forgot that I even already picked that out. Just want to be ready to jump right in and get to annotating. And then for both L and Y, I could not find anything on my physical TBR, so I have ebook picks. First one is actually one that I have been on a waitlist for Libby for a while and should be becoming available in the next week or so, and that is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. Now, this is, I think, her most popular of her STEMnist romances. I really don't know much about this other than it's a STEMnist romance and a lot of people really love it. So I'm just gonna go into it blind. That is my pick for L. And then I have another romance, Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, is my pick for Y. Now, once again, I don't know a ton about this book other than it is, once again, a romance. It has really good anxiety representation, I've heard, from the male main character. And I've just heard a lot of great things about Abby Jimenez in general and would love to get into all of her books. I know that this is technically the second, I believe, in a sort of interconnected standalone series, and I know everyone says to read them in order, but this is my pick for why. This is really all I could find for why that I was interested in reading and could get without going out and buying a book. And then the last letter of my name, of course, is N, and for that I picked another classic, and that is Notes from Underground by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Now, I believe this follows a... Honestly, I don't really know. Is anything new here? I never really know much about books before going into it. I like to go in pretty blind to everything. I have just been really intrigued in reading anything Dostoevsky. I specifically wanted to get White Nights, but I haven't been able to find a copy that I like. Not that I'm really in love with this copy of Notes from Underground, but all the copies that I could find that had White Nights in it were kind of ugly. The only description that I can really give you is that this follows an unnamed narrator and kind of explores his like inner psyche and his different multiple selves within himself that are kind of at war with each other. That is, to my best knowledge, what this book is about. The last pick. So a little refresh. We have C, A, R, O, L, Y, and N. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me kind of pick out my TBR based on my name. I think that this is a really, really fun idea. Hopefully I get to most of these books and you guys can check back in on my channel to see what I think about them. I really want to bring back doing my both TBR videos and also wrap-up videos because I have not done a wrap-up since February. But yeah, that is all for this video. Let me know down below if there's any of these that you have read that you think I should prioritize getting to. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, whatever you are doing, and I will see you in the next one. Of course, also don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, all that fun stuff.